have to pick back up where I just was at. A notification came in and I tried to click off of it and it stopped my doggone recording. So maybe that's important. I'm not sure. But back to the infinity side, on the flip side, we just pick right back up, obviously. um, Teaching energy. That was a freaking display of that. How intriguing. But as I was saying, when you get into the double numbers like 10, it is the aspect of eternal. Your aspiration is eternal. It's eternal. It's whole. You should have learned those steps. It remind me of creation, honestly, which they say it only took 7 days, because by the 8th day, it's fitted. And then the 9th house, you teaching it. Then 10th house, you should be balanced. Your aspiration is eternal. It's whole. Then they go to 11, aspiration. You might have met a spouse. Then it just keep doubling. It's intriguing. That's the intriguing part. That's perfect. That goes exactly with that. So I'm thinking about 12 now. You normally use it for sentence, but when you separate the numbers, it's for your aspirations here and after. And that goes with that affinity energy I was talking about yesterday. You and your partner being separate. One is coming off like first house, the other one's coming off like second house energy. It's intriguing how it balance when you understand it. But jeez. First house came out. And let's see who's all paired up. Not paired up, but what's the follow-up? I just show you guys. Third house, communication. Your senses. Communication, your senses. In the dark. Fourth house represents your family structure. There's a portal coming through. There's communication in your structure. Teaching a balance here and after. Once again, that's in the reverse again. You're separated. There's separation within your structure. It's your fifth house of oneness. What was that? Second house. Ooh, all the way in the back. Oh my Jesus. That's a super separation. Your partner came out first. Your aspiration or whatever thrives, you came out first. But your other half is, you're hella separated. But that's intriguing, Jesus. This actually reminded me of my birth chart, the way I looked at it. What I'm actually in, which is funny because I changed into my blue again. It is literally head to toe. Everything else in between is like the communication and your senses, like how your signs, if that makes sense. Because that's a hell of a gap. Like think of use this in spouse form. So that's the way I can at this moment. That's the way I'm feeling it. One is way up here and the other one is way down here on the feet status. That's a hell of a gap. Or use like a ruler. One is on 1 and the other one is on 12. Why are y'all so far apart? It's a lesson. It is a teaching of a balance. Y'all still hella connected. Probably shadow work all day to even bring that back together or to bring the awareness that you are connected. You are never separated, which that's the energy that myself is struggling with intriguingly. I almost seem like, man, you seem like a bipolar or one, not even bipolar. It's just maybe delusional to an extent. Because I know that I need help metaphorically. See, I'm doing it again. This is the part. It's like, are you delusional? Do you need help or not? Are you living your best life or are you just going through it? All the above, for the most part. But overall, I'm thriving. For a single plural person, I have everything that I need metaphorically. There's nothing that has me just, I have to do this way. I have to be in an apartment. I have to have a house. I have to have a job. Nothing is having me in those areas where I just have to have these things. I have money. I have a place to stay. I have clothes. I have food. I never lack for nothing. People who feels I should have more, I would like to have more, but at the end of the day, I don't lack. It's just almost a greedy aspect as to I want more, if that makes sense. But when I had more, I got touching that topic because I thought about it yesterday after I said it. There's a couple things I thought about, and it made me think of Kanye West. He said something that's into never say something that you have to apologize for later. And it's like, I'm not apologizing. I meant what I said. It's just I got more awareness to something. It was like, well, that makes sense. And I spoke on the aspect of where somebody else is taking care of your kids. It seemed like somebody else is taking care of your kids. And it made me go back into an aspect of when you don't have money and you wish that you had money to be able to pay for a daycare, then you actually get the money to get daycare, and then you feel bad because you ain't never around your kids, or you feel like somebody else is raising your kids because you're not there. It's intriguing when it's that definition that I use. That money can't buy you happiness. It just really make you question what your purpose really is. Because at the end of the day, you might start feeling like you're not needed or something, or just unhappy or things like that. That's the intriguing part. As into when you don't have, and the things you seek to have, when you don't have the money, then when you get it, you still don't feel happy, or you feel worse, if that makes sense. That's the intriguing part of that energy that I thought about, honestly. Like you wish you had, I got a dog on daycare or somebody that you could pay to take care of your kids, or you wish that you can have a nanny and things like that. But then when you get it, it's just like you aren't content, or things might start happening where your spouse starts cheating with the dog on nanny, or, you just don't feel needed no more. Somebody else and they're prepping the damn meals for you. For me, I'm living my goddamn best life. Shit, I know I need goddamn help. But for some others, that's just like make you question your purpose, which that's something that everybody normally do because nobody understands the aspect of parenting, honestly. There's really not a guidebook. You literally gotta build that on your own metaphorically. It's your structure. It's your own scientific mixture that you have to figure out within you and your spouse and how that goes. There's not really, honestly, a blueprint for it, even though it is metaphorically, but there's been so much mixture and things going on. You literally have to know yourself and your spouse and learn yourselves and your child. Because that's all the child gonna do is display y'all. And it's intriguing if y'all don't know yourselves because you're not gonna know your child. It's like simple as that. That's another reason why it's hard to parent, because you don't even know what you're parenting because you don't know you. You can build an idea of what you would like it to look like, which that's fine again, because that goes with, it's not a blueprint. You can build it the way you want, but that's where detours and stuff start happening because people are not living out their purpose of what they came here to do, if that makes sense. You living off somebody else's idea, which that's their structure. That's what they here to do, not you. That's where it gets real tricky at. But it's something I wanted to touch on because I was like, I feel like I fall into that category, but at the end of the day, I know I don't because I honestly live it. That's why I'm able to reference to it because I live it. That's the intriguing part. So it's like, when I really excel the way I'm really supposed to metaphorically, I'll be okay. I already live it. But people who really live that and they feel bad, just imagine if you didn't have it and you couldn't have those things. That's the intriguing part of energy that I really understand. It's almost a be careful what you wish for. Or when you really get it, you realize, oh, this ain't what I want. Then you got to start all the way over. It's like going to school. It reminds me of like life is school, but you go to school and then you realize this ain't what I want to do no more. Like your whole mind shifts, like your focus ain't there no more. Like it don't drive you the way that you thought it would. You're not satisfied. Or like ordering a meal or something. And it just not satisfying you. You got to order a whole different damn meal. That's what it reminds me. I'm just giving something what it reminds me of. Not satisfied. But there was something else too, but I can't remember at the moment. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to see what the universe highlight is today. What's standing out? Virgo already catching my attention. Hi, Virgo, darling. Who's up under there before I even shuffle? Taurus. Man. How lovely. Virgo is a first responder. All dead. And it's funny because I naturally am too. That's the intriguing part. I feel like Virgo is my teacher of myself, if that makes sense. Because I actually did a little bit more research on myself again about where I was actually, my city I actually was raised in or born in. So I really wasn't raised there. I moved around, but I think I left when I was like 2 or something, but that was where I was birthed out. Like my soul energy drop off was placed there. Um, but I wound up moving and cause and effect came out. And I feel like that's one of the things too. That's what I'm saying. Cause and effect. You weren't raised where you were. Your energy was placed at, if that makes sense. I feel like that's an important energy. I don't want to get distracted, but at the moment, that aspect is important to know that information because I learned that from even the birth chart. But talking to people and where energies really, when you are a returned energy and you are birthed out somewhere, it's important. That area is so important, and it really displays me. Honestly, I looked at the little police badge that they had, and the standards that they have is integrity, fairness, and teamwork, and that's all I ever speak about. That's all I ever speak about. Integrity, oh, I live that all day. Fairness, oh, it make me come off like I'm crazy. Like, why are you not being a little bit more selfish, man? I actually recently got into a intriguing topic, I would say, argument, but it was more of an intense discussion where it seemed like I make everything about me. Like, no, I am fair to the fullest, to the fullest. Almost where it come off like I'm being stepped on. I'm so damn fair, and it's like, no, I see the bigger picture, you know. And I have tried my way, but I'm just not forceful with it, you know, because at the end of the day, I still thrive. It's just I do believe in fairness. It's almost like hmm, oh, I have to give an example for that 'cause it's really important because it comes off like an energy I talked about yesterday. Eyes into. I'm not going to touch that though. My screen is stopped at the moment. It's just a notification came in, and at the moment it's a distraction. But it wasn't even. It was coming in at 3 and 5. It supposed to have been 8, you know, but it seemed like it wasn't even. But it was a perfect balance. It was fairness. That's the intriguing part. People always thinking they're supposed to be like literally balanced all the way out. It don't come that way for the most part. It just depends on what your purpose and journey is. And mine's is teamwork. Teamwork. It takes a village to raise a family. That is teamwork. And I keep displaying, that spirit keep having me display that in so many different forms, whether it's coming in sports, definitely in sports. Oh my Jesus, because we just naturally supposed to just thrive and excel. And most people like sports. I like sports. It's part of my awareness, so I pay attention to it. But I always know the team that's going to lose because my people ain't functioning right. They ain't comprehending on teamwork. That's the intriguing part. That's the intriguing part. Like it's a hell of a recognition that there's a connection, but you still not functioning like you recognize that. Awkward. Which I feel like it goes with my it's something for myself personally I'm becoming aware of also. Um because it goes that's kind of what I want to talk about too. As into I'm meeting new people and I have been discussing, like I tell about my life. Like it's my history. And if I seen you and I talk to you, you are history too. Just like you read out those content books in school and they tell you about history, that's how I live my life. You know, so yes, I do mention people. And sometimes I used an example yesterday about a stereotype and how probably he thought I was like a bad and bougie or just one of those ones where it's like, I really wouldn't talk to a person like you, but I'm going to talk to you within the moment. And it's like, no, I really would talk to you. I'm not a judgmental person. And I was about to say, this is the part that's intriguing. Probably thought, you one of those ones who would talk about me or like act like you understand me in my face and then turn around and talk about me. And it seemed like I did, but not in a bad way. Like if I talk about you in a bad way, I talked about you bad in your face. You best to believe it. You best to believe it. If I talk bad about you to somebody else, I surely did it to your face first. I surely did it to your face first. That's just my behavior in general. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it, but you best to believe you got it first. You got it first. Uh, so it's nothing to be offended by. Like she just went behind my back. No, you shit. I just told my history, but you got the real thing, shit, in your face. But understanding people that I'm running into that I just naturally resonate with, we are definitely those chosen ones. We have a specific path to follow. So even how I pull a card, like this remind me of yesterday's energy. Part of that same energy of an alignment. We meant to go on the same path. You meant to observe and watch what I do. We are on the same path. I am reading for you. We are a natural team. Intriguingly. Now, what part did that person play? I don't know. I just know, oh yeah, you're definitely meant for me. I'm translating for you. We're going through the same journey. It might look a little different, like you're going through different things. Like something I even said to this person. Uh, he said he had left school. Like he said he left school. And I'm a person who just got, this is my second time actually thinking about going back to school. Like I should go back to school. Like I actually found something that sounds great for me to do because I actually live it out. That's the intriguing part about my life. Any career that I seem like I really could thrive in, I'm sure that I live it already. A counselor, a therapist, from what I just learned recently, a water stick person, if that's even the name of it, but somebody who calms a person before they transition over to the next life. I naturally live it. I naturally live it. I live it. My life is like a revolving door. People come in temporarily. I give them the healing they need and they disappear. They disappear. Because I automatically, I'm being authentic from the jump. I'm telling you what it is. I might say some things to you that I don't understand or you don't understand, but later on you will. That's the part that probably make me come off crazy sometimes. Like, what are you talking about? I just, spirit just get to going. And it's not like I just be doing crazy, like, oh, you are crazy. No, that's just the way it naturally goes. That's the intriguing part. But did I finish explaining that for the most part? That's the most I want to talk about when I said, don't say nothing that you'll wind up regretting, like the aspect of seeming like I am talking bad about a person or talking behind their back. Like, no, I'm just meant to. You just meant to tune into me, which I gave you a way to observe me. But if you're missing it, then I don't know what to do. But even when I went back and watched his videos or even talked to him, he is seeking the same thing. It looks different. That's the intriguing part. It's a misunderstood. You have to stay true to yourself. Even though people around you are going to think you're crazy. Like you just left school because you want to be a YouTube star or some shit like that. He didn't say that, but he said that's what he wanted to do. He should thrive in it. Which that's great. That's fine. Shit. They make a lot of money on YouTube from what I hear. And school is meant to just have you thrive for a career that's going to have you making lots of money. You already found a career. You just got to do it now. You know, you can make a lot of money. There's proof of it. You know, so it's like, and school can't teach you metaphorically about that career in YouTube, if that makes sense. Only YouTube can teach you that. Like people already shared the experience of wisdom there. That's the intriguing part, which it is school. That is cool. Anytime you invest in yourself and learning something, that's cool. Like that's the intriguing part. That's where I have contradictories. Even when it came to that person, like, you left school? Why? He just said it wasn't making no sense to him. It wasn't making sense, which I felt like my whole life, honestly. Like I always felt like I showed up as a ghost. I just had to show up. I don't know why I was showing up. I just had to. I always operate like a ghost. Even as an adult, I operate like a ghost. Like my last living situation, I operated like a ghost. I just was there. I didn't have to do nothing. And anytime I actually attempted to do something, it normally caused arguments. Like the audacity of you to be uncomfortable. The audacity of you to think you're supposed to get up and cook or clean or do anything. You're supposed to just be relaxed and handling business. Learn to be on vacation, ma'am. And it's like, whoa, Jesus. If I seen a mess, the least I could do is straighten up or something. No, just relax, go to sleep, eat you some food, just do you. Chill. It's intriguing. And then, sometimes when you really do that, and some people maybe they just have a clicking in the mind, it's like their audacity. All you think you're supposed to do is just sleep and eat and handle your own business, plural style. I'm upset. give myself chuckles. I don't know why I do. It's just that was my life for a while in that form of a way, and it kind of still is. Honestly, it's intriguing, but that's that. The law of cause and effect came out. Transmutation of energy. I want to shuffle through, then I'm gonna look through. The law of cause and effect. I have to shuffle through, I feel like, because the law of correspondence. Things ain't in full alignment yet. It's not the way that you expect it to be. So shuffle through and then look through. It's not, things are scattered at the moment still, in lots of forms of a way. Whether you are in a career, it's intriguing. This energy. I'm just gonna talk and flow at the moment. Even if you're in a career, you know you need to let that job go, but you don't want to. There's something else waiting for you. It's like a. Then there's somebody else that's connected to you that is waiting for you too, but needs you to be there. It's one of those type of energies that's a resistance too, in a lot of different areas, and that goes with cause and effect. It causes delays, and it shows how we all are connected in a chain aspect, and how it makes a significant difference when one person holds back or just don't want to take that leap of faith. And this year, alignment, spirit has been working on alignment to the fullest. Like, there is no way you would not recognize if you're not in the right alignment. It's just you want to take that leap of faith and to know something is better. That's like a normal saying metaphorically, but literally, there's no way you wouldn't recognize greatness as soon as you let go. It's waiting for you. Then it connects to something else that is just waiting for you. That's the intriguing part of energy. The law of cause and effect and the law of correspondence, followed by the law of relativity and the law of attraction and the law of vibration. That's funny, the law I can show you. The law of relativity, and it's in blue, it's communication. But these two are the important ones. The law of attraction and the law of vibration, they're both purple based, and they're together. And that goes with taking that leap of faith and how that other person is going to come in who's waiting on you. It's complements of the law of attraction. It's when the right energy is in the right place. It's a magnet that naturally forms. Who's up under that one? The law of compensation. Then the law of rhythm. Jesus. That one is an important energy, and a lot of that is not happening at the moment. So maybe next year, mid next year area, maybe that'll happen. So things are still just healing for the most part. If the mind ain't there, literally, you ain't learned the lesson. It's like in school. You might not pass a grade. They let you repeat it back. That's just feel like you. Some people ain't learned lessons. They're not ready. So even if that's what it was. Aha! This is what it was too. And it's don't say nothing that you'll have to later on. It was Kanye West. I don't remember how he said it or what made him say it. Like, I don't know if it was in a song or me watching one of his videos or something like that. But he was like, "Don't say nothing that you later on you will have to apologize about." And it's like, trust me, I'm not apologizing. I'm not. I meant what I said. It's just I understand better now because I thought about it, and it's something that I actually deal with. Like, and it's becoming more of my awareness as to I say things sometimes and I don't understand it. Or I do things like I took that damn picture. I didn't understand why I did. I liked it. I knew I should held on to it, but I wasn't sure why. I'm not gonna post it. I'm not sure why I'm gonna post it, but why are you holding on to it? I knew to hold on to it. Think of how to explain this. Jesus. It's intriguing. Everybody not spiritually aware of their actions. Like they just do it. You're just not sure of why you're doing it. And she's the same way. She has not became aware that she's being guided. So it's something I need to understand and be a little bit more gentle with. Because I do the same thing. I said a lot, like I do this, but I'm actually becoming aware of why I am doing it. Like she said something, that's the part that really triggered me. Like you saying it. Do you not hear what you're saying and what I brought to you? Do you not see how it's balancing? But it's like you do the same thing. You just don't have a person that you actually dealing with metaphorically to have examples just like what that was. If that makes sense. Like if the shoe was on the other side, I feel like it's hard to use that because I'm aware. But on a different aspect, she's not aware of what she's saying. Like that's why the class gonna repeat. Even in that form of a way. Ain't learned it. And you are barking up the wrong tree because everything that I say to you is gonna go over your head. And it's not like she's not aware of it because she's saying it. What I'm saying is just you ain't ready. You have to try again maybe next year. Like class. Literally. Because everything would go right overhead, like what it did. That was the energy that, don't say that. Because that actually might be my person. It's like talking bad about your person. It's like, nah. This is just to be a true intro as to how things went in the beginning. I operate on spirituality, so I never embarrass or brag about my spiritual guidance and how it go. It's just, this is how it went. Then I had to realize, like, oh, be patient, because you do the same thing, ma'am. You do things and you don't understand it. You just get to aha yourself later on. Like, aha, that's why I did it. But she's the same way. She proved to me that she's capable of it. It's just, it goes over her head. It goes over it. She's not aware of what she's doing. That's the intriguing part. She's not aware that she's spiritually guided. She just says it. Or does things. I don't know if she does because I actually ain't met her. It's just, I know she says it. Exactly what spirit wanted. It's just, I don't think she even knew what the hell barking up the wrong tree meant. Unless she didn't really know, like, oh, I ain't ready. I ain't ready. You ain't ready for all this. So this that Beyonce song, I don't think you're ready. I don't think you're ready. I don't think you're ready. But that's another aspect of energy that I feel is important to tap on, which I'm not apologizing. I'm just bringing more of awareness to that. I understand. Spirit brought that to my attention. So you do the same thing, ma'am. Even how I spoke about the birth chart, I have something that's showing me what I'm actually doing. I naturally do it. I've been spending a lot of time in water. I've been drinking a lot of water. I've been hella emotional. Like I recently kind of had a breakdown recently, honestly. Got to water myself. I got to crying. I call it water because it felt like I was watering myself. I'm not really a crier. I'm a suppressor all day. Just because what? I don't like pity parties. They're weird to me. That puts me in a sadder energy, honestly. Because I don't know why. I just do. I don't know. It's put me in a sadder energy. You ever sometime be able to hold it together, and then somebody asks you, like, "How? What's wrong with you?" Or you just instantly get to crying more. It's like, because you just made me sadder. I was holding it together, and you just came and just made my whole table fall. Fuck. It's one of those energies. It's like, just let me go heal really quick, recruit. I'll be good. Guidance. I go with the law of correspondence. That's funny. Something coming through with the answers. It's going with your aspiration and ambition. It's got 2 4s on it. It's a bright star. I feel like they go with the energy. It's your person. It's somebody that compliments you very well. The one who's just in a career for him, but I don't feel this is his career. This is a spouse. Or career could come out of you and your spouse shit. The things that y'all capable of doing, shit. Uh, live the life like what I be talking about. This probably could be me, honestly, within this energy. Because growing with family, the things y'all capable of doing is something that you were reading the book, watch on TV. Like, it's something that it's a magnet for him. It's guidance within y'all two selves. So overall picture, that's beautiful, honestly. But at the moment, because probably where you're headed to is right effort. Y'all might not be talking. Obviously, y'all not. Y'all separated, but hella connected. It's intriguing. Oh, I haven't finished explaining that. Who at the bottom? Signs. What is that? Signals. Gang, gang, gang. Gang, gang, gang. I love this image so much. They remind me of myself, which is not surprising. Anybody who expressed with this forum, things on their face. There's tribes that purposely put things on their face like this. It's important. It's really, really, really important to identify. Very important. And that even goes with people don't understand it. It ain't for them. You trying to understand something that ain't. It's a distraction to you. If you don't understand it, it's a distraction to you. You focus in the wrong area. Others, they know what time it is. It's them. It's their people. Let's go. We got things to do. Hello. It's like that energy. Some people, I don't believe in tattoos, and it ain't for you. You ain't a tribe member. You are something else. You idolize us. You like the concept of us. And that's something I thought about. I have to touch on that stuff. I had a lot of thinking I did. I soaked in the tub yesterday. I had a nice relaxation time. I went and got me some bath relaxation stuff. And I just soaked in the tub and relaxed. I was going to watch a movie in there, but something was like, I just really want to be dark and I just really want to relax. Like, the whole concept was to relax. So it's like, TV off, ma'am. Learn to be on vacation. Turn the TV off, which I got a DVD player. It's not actual TV. It's just, that's the TV back there, but I got a DVD player. And this was like, literally, just relax. So I just turned it off. And it was pitch black. And I just soaked in the tub and just thought, me and Spirit just was doing some analyzing on some things that I talked about or didn't understand. And I kind of just forgot that fast, given all that example of the intro. What the heck I was about to say? Jesus. I forgot that fast. Awkward. Vows in reverse. Kingdom in reverse. And my car's upside down, Jesus. Okay, my car's upside down. This is a lot in reverse. Okay, no. Signals is in reverse and vows in. That's what it was. I think I explained it already. People with not having tattoos, it's a distraction for them. That's like I just gave myself a distraction by giving all that. Like, you explaining to ones who ain't, it don't need to be explained to. They don't get it because it ain't for them. It's almost like a goddamn eavesdropper trying to understand something. Like, you eavesdropping and you upset with it, but it's not for you. Why are you even eavesdropping? That's that energy of you ain't in your lane. Stay in your own lane. Even if you don't like or understand what's going on the other side, you feel like that book told me. That's not how to speak on it. I reference to all the goddamn books. Honestly, I do spiritual work. All those books are spiritual based. I'm supposed to be tapped in on all of them because they're all puzzle pieces to a spiritual connection of oneness that they all understand, but somehow they just be like, nope, you go over there, you over here. Like, this deck go all together, but somehow they like, you over here, that's for just those ones, these ones over here, and you all the way over here, and the rest of y'all ain't in none of these books. Intriguing. Since I said that, I want to see, because I play too much sometimes. Guardianship. That's for one over there. Power over here. And signals over here. And the rest of y'all, I don't know. Y'all ain't in none of these. Y'all don't get no goddamn signals. Y'all don't get no guardianship. Y'all ain't got no power. And it's like, that's a joke. This is all. This is who energy am I even pulling from at the moment? I believe this is the oracle of the universe. This is the universe. How you think it's separate? How you think you do that? I feel like I kind of wanted to use that in compass form. So I got a compass on my leg. One on my left leg, I got a compass, and that's important to me. That's the left side, which that's intriguing because I got frostbitten with my left hand. That's my extreme finger that got the most damage to it. And it's funny because the ring finger, which I'm supposed to be a married person, is my most damaged finger for the most part. It's so swollen. Like, it's a lot of healing that need to happen, and obviously it's not happening because that's the most swollen one. And then my pinky is doing better, but my ring finger is the most damaged one over here. That's part of probably getting frostbitten, honestly. But I got a compass on my leg. And on my right side, I got the synchronicity prayer, which always helps me, honestly, when I'm dealing with people. Um, whether it's going to be in a compass form or in that prayer form, even though you did the compass go and all those aspects, it's two different metaphors for me. Because it does say, I will strengthen you with, my right hand. You need to understand the courage part and things that you can change. All those are important. My mind is drifting. What is it? I feel like my mind want to go into a different topic at the moment. I'm trying to explain this one, but my mind want to go into a different topic at the moment. It's just, what is it? Maybe it's going with the law of relativity. Moving past that topic, obviously, at the moment. You feeling fragile? Go to the bottom really quick. Balanced. I understand this energy. This is probably even me. Something I explained yesterday, and I've been talking about it a lot. I kind of even started talking about it. I kind of forgot. Probably didn't finish talking about it all the way, but I feel balanced. With me being so balanced, but then feeling unbalanced at the same time, it's because I don't know if I'm coming or going. It's like literally water. Like I'm all in water right now, head to toe. I don't know if I'm coming or going. It's almost like the recycle symbol, like energy going this way and energy coming back. But think of it in water style. Like I'm a whole pond or lake. I don't know if I'm coming or going. That's the intriguing part of energy with me right now. And it always come off like staticky. Everything is balanced out. Everything always come off balance. It's just literally, I don't know if I'm coming or going because I'm so whole. That's a scary energy because it make me feel like the example I gave into you seek something, but when you get it, it's terrifying. That's the intriguing. And I use money in that example as to, all the things you wish you could do when you had the money, when you get the money, you able to do those things, all of a sudden your emotions change in a way where it's like, it's almost staticer than what it was when you wish that you had those things. That's the intriguing part. And that's how I feel a little bit. Like, I don't know if I'm coming or going. That's the intriguing thing. Honestly, to an extent, don't even know what that means. I just like I get it because I know how I'm feeling. I can give examples of it, but I don't even know if that's a good or bad thing. Honestly, I don't know if I'm coming or going. It's like water. Water just Am I coming or going? But it's whole. It's whole. I'm just circling on the clock. I am that balanced. I don't know if I'm coming or going. And it's coming off fragile and balance is in reverse. Why is this balance in reverse? Feel the divine energy of the oracle really quick. Go with the. Hello, life. This is my daily response. This is daily response. I want to smile, but at the same time, I want to be irritated. Like, this is where I can't ever complain. It becomes a perspective as to what I'm supposed to be doing. It's almost energy of I would give you what you need, not what you want. That's the intriguing part. But once again, go with the flow. Just go with the flow. You don't need to know if you're coming or going. Just go. That's an intriguing energy. Correct your mistakes. Oh. Go with the flow. Your balance is in reverse. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. You're okay, Jesus. Of course, we can always talk, but it's like, see, I'm doing something right now. Jesus, like, can we? Of course, we can talk anytime. I love to talk. I'm a talking machine. I'm a talking machine. Energy. Who is this? Make me feel all cute and loved. I thought our card flipped up. It didn't. No, it didn't. That one did. It's my time. But yeah, I want to say, when they say actions speak louder than words, this is what this energy feel like. Because balance is in reverse. You're wasting a lot of time. Having a hard time putting that pride to the side. I think Spirit just was like, excuse me. Excuse me. Didn't I just tell you to go with the flow? Everything is Gucci bandana. And I'm just like, Spirit, then why am I here alone, metaphorically? Why do I not know if I'm coming or going? Because I'm giving you what you need, not what you want. You don't need to know all the answers right now, ma'am, because maybe you're going to get all into your head or ask a bunch of other questions or I don't know. That's just what it feels like. And it's just like, well, I'm just telling you how I feel. Make no judgments. Make no judgments. Excuse me, okay? I think that's why I love my spiritual guidance so much because that's how I talk to them. That's how I be feeling. If I'm feeling a certain type of way, that's how I'm feeling. You need to know that's how I'm feeling. I'm not over here on. I do sometimes, for the most part. You know, I trust in you. I know you won't lead me nowhere crazy. I know you have not brought me this far to abandon me. I get that part. That's an obvious aspect. But literally, it becomes a little questionable where it's like, I don't know if I'm coming or going. Where are you at? Where is your antennas? Is everything good? Can you see? Am I going the wrong way? Should I be doing more? Like, what you want me to do? Am I supposed to be working off the energy that I just learned of a lesson? Don't do too much. You're going to get in trouble. Have you been looking for a job? Have you got one? You know, it's like, and I use that example because like every time I get up to do something, always the argument starts, like the audacity of you to go the wrong way. It's like I literally get treated like a queen. Like, think of a queen. You, what the hell is a queen cleaning for? Don't you got people to be cleaning? Like, where's your people supposed to be cleaning this? Why are you cooking? We got people to cook. You changing diapers for what? I think I want to, but it's like, no. The audacity of you to go relax, go soak your feet, go soak in the tub, go for a walk. Would you like to go shopping? Go shop. It's like, damn, I'm tired of shopping, honestly, to a little bit. Like, shit. That's intriguing when you get tired of shopping, honestly. I went shopping yesterday, though. Honestly, I did. Are you tired or not, ma'am? I play too much. Sometimes I get tired of shopping, honestly. I don't be knowing what to buy. Think things through. Now, make no judgments. Think things through. Raise your vibration. Trust the divine spirit. Excuse me. If I'm even saying it right, like, my excuse me, some shit like that. Because I feel like the divine is getting me together really quick. And I'm just like, shit. You won't waste no time with me? Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, you're not wasting my time or your time. That's great. I just telling you, I don't know if I'm coming or going. I know I'm balanced, but shit. I don't change the way my effects are happening. So I don't know if I'm coming or going. I feel like almost some blind ass energy. Which I actually seen a blind person yesterday. I don't know if they were blind or if they were like trying to trick me. That's the intriguing part. That might be me being paranoid. That's probably that energy right there as to why you don't need to know what's ahead or just need to know any other type of instructions, because you get in your head. Like I just recently mentioned I really do. It's not a joke. I like people that's blind. And when I see them with that stick, I normally attempt to observe them more. I might follow them for a while. Like on some creepy stuff, but not creepy, like some learning experience stuff, like some learning experience. Like, how are you doing that? How many times do you hit that damn thing on the ground? You know, and which ways do you move it in? Like, how are you just tapping that's navigating you? What are you hearing? What is the traffic like? Is there a lot of people around? Do you look around when traffic is going by or people walking? Like, it'd be really intriguing to me. But with me saying that most recently, then seeing one, like, I think that same day or the next day, I was like, who trying to trick me? Who just showed up with a cane to see if I pay attention to them? Paranoid behavior. Or maybe they really was blind. It's just in my mind, it's like somebody brought you to me, or you just trying to trick me to see if I'll follow you. You're not blind, you just carrying a stick. Paranoid behavior for sure, probably. And I feel like it goes with that energy as to why I don't need to know what's ahead, just go with the flow. And I'm pretty sure they might have been blind, but with me just saying that and seeing how people have been navigating with me lately, it's just like, oh yeah, somebody sent you to me. Just see if I observe you. But trust the divine plan. Trust the plan. Accept what is dying. Rejuvenate. Face your shadow. I want to say this better not be that same card. This is the same card. In the beginning, what did I say? What did I say? Go with the flow. I'm so irritated a little bit. I feel like that energy again. Like, I want to be upset, but I'm just like, ugh. I feel like a spoiled child who gets their way and they still get in their way. They just, I want to be upset, but I can't. Footer these. Whatever. That's how I honestly feel. Like, I want to smile, but I want to pout at the same time. It's intriguing. I don't know if I'm coming or going. So that's that energy, for sure. I want to smile, but I want to pout at the same time. But I want to smile more. It's just, you're not telling me what I want to hear other than go with the flow. Just drive. Where am I going? don't worry about it. Just drive. Or maybe don't even drive. Just park. Be still and what's that saying? Be still and know that I am God. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean? You want me just to really just sit here? Go with the flow. Trust the divine plan. Don't mean don't go nowhere, just be still all day. Go with the flow. Okay. Okay. That's the energy I feel like I'm in. That's why it makes me want to smile but pout at the same time. Because I'm the child who asks a lot of questions and spirit is just like, let me do this. Let me do this. Just trust me. And like, I do trust you, but shit, you know I ask a lot of questions. And all of a sudden you acting like you don't want me to know the answers. Because sometimes you might get into paranoid behavior and just go against what you actually believe, if that makes sense, because you're thinking too much. You love blind people. You know what time it is. Well, all of a sudden you might ignore them because you think somebody's trying to trick you. I know, intriguing. I want to go to Worry Less Prayer. I grabbed New York Tarot. Let's see what next year I got. Wheel of Fortune. What goes around comes around. It's a cycle. I feel like it's what I talked about already. Seeing if you learn lessons. The end of the year is coming. We are in November. I want to say we're already into the new year, but we have a final countdown literally of energy for alignment to become alignment. And a lot of things looking like it might not make it. So Wheel of Fortune have to come back with next year. We're going to try again next year. The cycle, we're going to try again next year to see if it comes to a complete. I seen Justice caught my attention, but flipped through quickly. And it goes right to the death. We need to experience a death type of an energy. An ending has to happen. It's coming off like a leap of faith. That's intriguing. I talked about it kind of recently, and I actually lived it out. That's the funny part. I actually want to talk to him, just because a lot of things we talked about that I spoke on. I said it to him, like when we was talking, because we showed both to get plasma on the 7th day, and for 7 that symbolized oneness to me. And he said he wasn't doing it for the money; he was doing it for like the purpose, like the overall cause. But I was like, that's so great. You would show up on oneness day to do a great cause like this. But he said this time last year he was in court. Like, I was like, well, that's still a good thing. That's oneness. You know, that things go your way. And he pretty much said he wanted to keep it private, but he pretty much said things in it was a bad. It's separated. It was more of a things got separated that wasn't supposed to get separated. And I'm talking about oneness, and it's like, then what we separate for it? And I started talking about it's part of the Four Noble Truths. One of those aspects is learning to detach, not having like attachment issues. You have to learn to separate from things because it causes pain and suffering. You know, aspect of always feeling you have to be attached, even though you know you have to detach at some point in time, leads to suffering within itself. So you have to learn that lesson. And he seemed like he wasn't understanding that aspect. He might didn't know about the Four Noble Truths or the whole aspect of like, is that supposed to make me feel better? Like, how is that one when I'm separated? You will learn if it's meant to be, like it's normally supposed to be, depending on the awareness level. You are still connected. That's the oneness part. Even if it's separated, it is still connected. Or it will come back. It literally will come back. Like I use the example of the tree, of leaves falling off the tree. Those leaves come back. It will come back. You just have to trust it will come back. But I do have to say, I use the example. I use that example a lot. Sometimes leaves don't come back on trees. And I'm a person who have dealt with the court, and they have separated in the form where it's like, oh my God, this was not supposed to get separated. So I get it. It's just within that moment, I didn't honestly think about that part. I just spoke what Spirit was telling me and the lessons that I have learned, honestly. And even within that lesson I have learned, I'm still connected. Even if we are apart, I'm still connected. So it's like both aspects are true, but I have to realize sometimes people don't understand that, because really in the aspect where justice is supposed to be being served, it seems like it's being more harmed because they don't follow the actual spiritual guidance. They don't do light in the dark. Everything's supposed to be so obvious. Even though we operate on in God, in the invisible, they don't operate in that form of a way to actually get deep into seeing what's going on, knowing when they're being lied to. Like I sat in the courtroom and watched the whole damn room lie to the fucking judge. I was appalled. Like, how you don't know your people lying to you? Like, you should strike their asses down like some. But you have to understand, the judge is not really the judge. The judge is not God, like the all authority. Like, we're not praying to the goddamn judge or the jury. Like, that's almost like some play shit, like some playing house energy. But from my experience, being it's almost come off like one of those. With me being always so bundled away as I normally am, I come off like a naive person to certain things that be going on. Like, what did you do? That didn't just happen just because that. Sometimes really wrong do happen to people in powerful positions. Like, powerful people be doing people really horrible when they should really, really be taking care of them in the form of really making sure they're not destroying families. They really be destroying families. It'd be intriguing. It really do, because they don't follow that spiritual guidance. That's the intriguing part. They don't understand in the invisible, the things that they're not seeing. Nobody not seeing this. Nobody seeing you being hurt. There was nobody there. You have to trust that spiritual guidance. You have to be able to recognize signs. That's the intriguing part. This is a song where like, God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. There have to be people like me who can translate this. Because nobody else would know. It would go missed. Which means justice ain't gonna actually happen. That's the intriguing part. But what was I getting at? Oh, for me, later on that god doggone day, I did a different behavior. And I wonder if this was actually connected to part of like maybe what separated them or things like that. I did something I normally don't do. I do not hop in cars with strangers. I don't do it. I don't do it. I just don't. I will walk. I don't give a fuck if I'm on the other side of town, of towns. I'm walking 3 damn towns over or cities over to get to where I got to go before I hop in a stranger's car. And I did it. It backfired because it was something I wasn't supposed to do. I wound up leaving my damn lock. I don't believe I left it at the bus stop. I think the person I actually got in a car with tried to hold me hostage as to, you will get it back when I meet up with you. And it's just like, don't be holding fucking strings on me, footerities. But magically, intriguingly, the next day I found it at the bus stop where I actually got in the car with a person, but they put it on the trash can, like on the side of it instead of putting it, they put it on the side, which I thought was funny because it actually reminded me of something that I did when I stopped vaping. Like, I'm a person who liked to vape a lot, but recently I've been buying vapes and I ain't been feeling like I hit up. Oh my God. It ain't hitting no more. Like, it's not like I just, my body be almost on a resistant. Like, what is this? Ill. I tried it twice, and the last time I didn't want to throw it away. So I left it on the trash can on the side for somebody else. People love smoking. This brand fucking new. Here you go. If you just have faith to try it, pick it up, it's you. It's good. People always asking for fucking cigarettes. Think of it as a cigarette. Here you go. It's on me. But I'm just saying, like, why? Because I did think about, I should just throw this in the trash, But it's like, people like to fucking smoke. Somebody might be really going fucking through it and really need that. I use it, honestly. I do know it's energy. That's a spiritual connection for me. But apparently I have evolved where I don't need that one no more because my body just was like, reject. I tried it twice. I got the same result. The first time I did it, I threw it in the trash, like, oh, fuck this. Which I actually did that in a different form. I did it socially mingle, and it didn't work out. It was a waste of time and money. Because everybody like to smoke and drink, and it's like, that's something I'm learning. I try it sometime where it's like, to fit in. you try to fit in, man, because everybody smoke and drink. And it's just like, you like what am I doing here if I'm not smoking or drinking? It's like nothing is balanced out. You want to smoke and drink. It's like, I like vaping. So you do what you do. I'm going to vape. And I vaped while I was there, but then things wind up going left, and it's like I threw it away afterwards. And then the second time I bought it, I was like, actually, I just want to smoke. I ain't doing nothing. I just want to vape. I just wanted to. And my body was rejecting it, like, no. It was intriguing. I kept trying to do like little puffs of it, like, maybe if I just keep going. Maybe it's been a while since I've done it. So, I just need a couple more puffs. Body wasn't having it. Wasn't having it. So I just, as I said, left it on the trash can on the side of it. And it reminded me of saying where they did that. That's the intriguing part. I know that was spiritual guidance once again, because that's what I use it for. And I left it there. And that's the same way that was placed on that goddamn trash can, on the side, so somebody could grab it. And I was going to get out and get my goddamn lock. Like, oh, that's mine. I know that's mine. I know my shit. I need to go get that. I know. I shouldn't call it shit, because it's not a waste. I don't even know why it's on the trash can, because it's not waste, but it's treasure. That's my fucking treasure. Hold on, I gotta go get that. Because I was on the bus. And luckily somebody was at the bus stop. So the bus stopped, because I didn't need to get off at that stop. Luckily somebody was at the bus stop needing to get on the bus. And I looked over and I was like, oh, that's mine. Hold on, I gotta go get that. And the bus driver was like, you left it? Like, yeah, I left that. Intriguingly. But it's intriguing because I didn't look on the trash can when I went back, because, as I said, I've got to ride home, but I left my lock. So I had to go back and see if I left my lock at the bus stop. So, and I went and I looked, I didn't see it, but I didn't look on the trash can, but I doubt somebody threw it in the trash can. Honestly, I think just brought it back and placed it on the trash can in the form of being funny to an extent. But it's like, I don't know. I still got it, and it is what it is. But I believe that person just brought it back, since I didn't wind up going out with them. Like, here's your lock back. You could have just brought it to me. And that's probably the reason why I shouldn't have messed with him, because he wouldn't just gave my goddamn lock back. You would just take it back and put it by the trash can and be funny. That's disrespectful, but people get intriguing when you seem like you're dismissing their ass. And it's just like, if something like that would have you just turn, it was a good thing that I didn't waste my time. Honestly, about. Once again, pulling the behavior that I normally don't do had me leave my lock, and I had to backtrack and do what I was naturally meant to do, was be on that fucking bus. Because that was the thing. That's another thing. It's a stereotype. That's one of the things I didn't like about this person, honestly. Was the fact of how they observed me. Like something was wrong with me. Like, something wrong. You shouldn't be on the bus. And people do that to me a lot. Like, why are you riding a bike? Like, what is wrong with riding a bike? Like, I'm active. It's a blessing that I can even ride this bike. You're so gorgeous. You should be driving. This is like, you want me to be lazy. Yes, I would like to. I used to want a car. Now I don't really even care if having a car, honestly. I got a bike and I normally don't even ride it. I normally walk, honestly. I prefer to be on my feet and walk. But it just amazes me when people have those stereotypes about me. And it's just like, you just want me to be hella lazy because you don't even know my life story. I'm not even really that active of a person. So me out walking, that's my technically exercise. I need to be active. So it's just when they see that one perspective, it blows my mind. Like, you don't think I should be walking? The fuck you want me handicapped for? That is weird. But the fact that he was just like, when you see a Rose in trouble or some shit like that and in a messed up situation, it's like, I'm not in a messed up situation, yo. I have money to get on the bus. The bus is going to get me where I got to go. Like, where's the negative part in that? He observed the whole situation wrong to me. And it's funny because I actually had to go back and do it the way that he thought was wrong. And that was meant to be done. I had to get on that goddamn bus and ride there and ride it back like I was supposed to do from the fucking jump. That's the intriguing part of energy. But people in the behavior that, once again, going out of alignment, a misalignment happened. That's the intriguing part. I left something. But I'll have it back, intriguingly. So that's a here or there energy, whether it really was left at the bus stop or he really just placed it back there. But I believe he placed it back there. But I called his ass to see if I left it in his car. He answered my goddamn phone call. I believe that's why he wanted to wait for me to meet up with him and then he give it to me, trying to hold fucking strings on me. What type of crazy shit is that? I don't like that shit. Oh, we got Death End Tower. That's a hell of an ending. Ending for an ending. That's even going with the Wheel of Fortune. This tower is going with the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like that was a past lesson for sure. Even the situation that was a tower moment for sure. Even that awareness in it from the jump. That's the intriguing part. But it's a death. Something's gonna end. There's something literally just gonna crumble. But this tower is coming off like the Wheel of Fortune. This is lesson past for sure. It is ended. Then the star card, stand out energy. Think of my normal behavior. Look at me. That's normally me, just chilling, listening to opera, reading a book, feeling all funzy. Anything else in here? You just will stand out, honestly, like a star in the sky. Or another example I give as into, we're all fish in a pond, and the sun's shining on us. Somebody's naturally gonna get spotted out. The sun is naturally gonna shine on somebody. And it's gonna come off like a star energy. Because you're driving. And you're gonna be looked at as a star. Where's Leo at in this energy? Where are you at? Ah! Look where Leo at. There go Virgo. There go Taurus. And there go Leo. With Sagittarius. Who's behind Sagittarius? Pisces. I gotta look through these. Pisces. Cancer. Let's go. Water back to back. Water is back to back. Then Scorpio. Then Aquarius. Then Libra. Then Aries. Did I say that right? I believe I did. Aries. Capricorn. Then Gemini. Gemini last. Two perspectives. That's really important. Is energies. All the water together. All the water together in the middle. It was back to back. I gotta separate these really because I want to see really quick. I didn't shuffle, thank God. Because what's on the opposite ends of those? With water being just in the middle. That blew my mind. Like, what? All the water in the middle. It goes with Gemini. Two perspectives. Very intriguing, Jesus. On one side, we got Virgo, Taurus, Leo, and Aries. The other side, we got Aquarius, Sagittarius. I'll say that again. Sagittarius, Aquarius, Libra, and Capricorn. Then and this go with the middle energy or the overall energy. It's two perspectives within this one water energy. All the waters together. Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio is together. That is intense energy. That's intense energy. Because you're working off both of these sides, but you're in the middle. I have to see this really quick. I'm happy I did that because that just helped me understand myself, honestly. Seeing it. Like, what the hell? All the water in the middle. Who's on the outside? Air, fire, air, earth. One side is all airwave. That's all airwave all day. Aquarius, Sagittarius, Libra, and Capricorn. Yeah. Aquarius and Libra ruling that one side. It's all air base. All air base all day. Then for Earth, I would pick that up. That's my area. It's frequencies all day. Yeah, and Earth is running this side to this side. Earth, earth, fire, fire. It's inner light all day. Complement of airwave, which makes a lot of shadow work. That's intense. Very, very intense energy. Think of how to explain this. The way I'm looking at it and the way I'm feeling it, this could be a child. This water is a child. Like it's in the middle. And these are the parents. But one ain't the parent. Or that part is the irrelevant part. It's the child thriving off one of the parents and connecting with something else, like a person like me. That's the intriguing part of this energy. That's the Libra energy is naturally balancing. It's when you think of energy, I translate it as to. It just feel like surrogate energy, but it's a different aspect of energy. Because you think of a surrogate, somebody else is carrying your child. But the person who's not carrying a child is having all the side effects like they're pregnant, like they're carrying a child. They actually have the connection with the goddamn child. Like it's like it's their child. It's their child. Like you want to have a child with your goddamn spouse. It's just in a reroute aspect. That's the intriguing part of energy. This was feels like. Because it's all coming through airwavely on one side. The other side is like signs, but it's inner light, which is shadow work to be able to recognize signs. I think I've seen that card. It came out, which is a gang tribe style. Like normally we'll have something on the face. So some type of an expression on their face. I don't mean like a sad face, like tattoos, some type of markings. Even like piercings. They will naturally have that. Who's in the middle? Sisterhood. That's funny. Guess what sisterhood go with? Taurus. I knew that. That is so funny. It's intriguing, this energy, because it make me feel like you ever admired somebody and didn't realize they admire you too. That's that energy. It's a it's intriguing. I have to just say this the way it's coming through. You praying to one person and they praying to you. If that makes sense. When it comes to admiring, and that's what makes the sisterhood. That's the connection. And it's all airwavely. It's a natural communication. It's like telepathy. Don't somebody know how to explain it. And I normally say airwavely because you just naturally receive it. And you will see signs of it. That's what part of it make you know that you're not crazy. It's almost like meditation form. Did I explain that? Oh, Jesus. Did I explain that? I talked about it before, but it's something that I want to talk about and I kind of forgot. Like, oh, I forgot. Now I remember. As into, if people were actually to see who they pray to, they would stop believing. Like they say, I pray to Jesus. If they actually was to see Jesus, they'll be an unbeliever. And I thought about it, and I know it to be true because even myself personally, people pray to me all the time. I am faith. My guidance is a faith form. It just naturally is, but people don't believe it. I'm not what they expect. What do you think faith look like? What do you think faith lifestyle is? That's the intriguing part. When people believe in something, But when they see it, it's just like, oh no, I thought it would look a certain way. And I actually recently kind of lived that in a different form. It was a guy I was telling you guys that I was interested in, but he wound up saying he might get back with his baby mom or something like that. But we started off talking on the phone, and everything was flowing so well. Like, it was great, honestly. Even with me knowing, he might be going back to his ex or whatever. But when I actually seen him, he looked like not what I thought. That he was missing teeth and everything. I was just like, oh shit, Jesus, you know, not what I thought. But the whole fact of our conversation was so great, I was able to move past that. But for some people, it normally would have been a negative, like, oh shit. Even though I seen him in person, even give him my number, he just looked different. Like, I didn't realize all those aspects. But it's like something that can seem so good on one way, but when you actually see it, it changes your whole perspective. And I feel like that's the same energy people will have if they actually seeing what they believe in. Because they won't look like what they thought, what they imagined in their goddamn head, or just been told to look like. Because most pictures of Jesus are white or things like that. If they actually was to see it, the truth aspect, they would be unbelievers. They wouldn't believe it. They would totally turn or just. They might even still pray because they'd be like, they might have the same energy that I just had. What I call it paranoid behavior. Like, you trying to trick me. Like, you trying to pretend like you this just to see what I would do. Like, you would think that somebody was pretending to be this person, even though they really are that person, just to get you to believe in them. It's like, no, this is me. It's almost the same aspect of how I showed up with that goddamn picture. She barked up the wrong tree. The tree approached you, and you like, you even know that it's a fucking tree. You don't get the concept of what you was even saying. When you actually see it. That's something I want to talk about, but I can't remember what made me think about that at the moment, but that's something that I was meant to mention that I forgot about, but I actually remembered again. It was that aspect. Which I want to say, that's that energy of is seeing and believing or is hearing it. But however it go, a lot of people probably experience this. Like, the words talking, you talking to somebody on the phone, when you actually see them, is different. They look like nothing you expected. But this is coming in a faith form, a religion form. You actually seeing what you're praying to. You will be an unbeliever. Or you might just be like, oh, thank you, Jesus. You what I thought you was, But no. They don't understand the concept of reincarnation for real, and energy is eternal, but it comes in different forms. We're in a different shell, different vehicle. What you are reading, we relive out. We relive it. It is a rewind, relive. You're just not reading this in a book and not really walking it out or living it out. You live it out. But that's actually funny, because something that made me even think about myself, honestly. One of my other translators said it to me. She was talking about somehow she don't like the holy book concept. She don't think that kids should read the holy book because it indoctrinates them, which pretty much make them have a stereotype mindset, I would say. They think it's only just this way and no other way. Which I really have to think about that, because I honestly kind of get that. I feel like they should know all of it. They should really know it's a lot available. There's a lot of tools. There's not just this one tool available. This world is a puzzle, and you have to put your puzzle pieces together. I do believe they need to know the whole aspect. There's nothing wrong with reading it, but you need to know all the tools. And a lot of people don't know the whole Bible, honestly. Like, even what I'm about to say, it was new familiar energy to me, but it made sense. But she was saying that Jesus was on the run, and the three kings brought him there. Like, the aspect of him just being born. They're like, no, but I never thought about that, honestly. But it makes sense, even for my life. It seems like I'm on a run to an extent. Like, I'm not living out the life that I thought. I'm living out a life as to what I'm living on the go, metaphorically. It's intriguing, honestly. It's like, it really made me think. Because it made sense, honestly. And it's things that she even lived out that made her really understand that. That book is a spiritual book. It's almost like how I spoke about the tattoos. If you don't get it, it's not for you. It's almost in code form where you have to live it out. You live it. There's no way you don't live it, where you'll be able to recognize it, to understand it, if that makes sense. But I have to say if it makes sense, because for me, I never thought about that, but I actually don't think I read that part, honestly. But I have heard of it. It's just Jesus on the run. Did that make sense? A black person on top of, yeah, of course he on the run. He dying and being reborn and stuff. Intriguing. Where he at now? They ain't never say he died again. Where he at now? See, I'm the kid that asks all the questions. Where is he at now? You told me the story of, he got executed, got hung on the cross. There's proof he got hung on the cross. There's proof of the beating, got his ass with like some Rodney King stuff. Got put on the cross. Came back to life, which for me, he probably wasn't dead. He was in a coma. Like, if he came back in the same form like this, he was not dead. They didn't complete the job all the way, metaphorically. He was in a coma. Got his ass sewn up later on. But if he really did rise back up, I really do believe, where is he at now? Where is he at now? Did he like work for the government or some shit? Where is he at now? Y'all realize you can't kill him. Where is he? I'm going to finish the rest of this storyline. What the hell? Where is he now? Or if it come back in the form of what I thought of before I even got into thinking that form of a way, what I just said. He had to have kids or something like that. To be able to recognize that energy, which displays in everybody, honestly. I feel like it's a kid form or something of that nature where you recognize a person's energy. They recognized it in 3 days. You can always recognize light. You always will. That's all right, the way I always thought about it, other than the way I just asked it. Where are you at? Well, where is he at if he came back in the same form? Where are you at now? This day and age, where are you at? What shade is he now? Well, not what shade is he now. I'm going back to what I just talked about. As into dying and being reborn, literally, like in the back in a child form. Like, I recognize that goddamn energy. Just like you have a child and you recognize your energy in them or your spouse's energy, I believe that's the same damn way. But if he really rose back up with that same goddamn flesh, where he at? Where he at? I hate the chuckle, but literally, it's a serious question. Shit, he gonna tell me he died, got hung, rose back up on 3 days? Where he at? Where he at? Guidance. he's guiding. That's funny, Jesus. This has to be energy-wise. Just the way I thought of it before, other than, the one that I was like, okay, you gonna tell me that a person died, came back in the same form, not gonna complain with me today. But I did just get aspect to where he at then? Where is he at then? No, it is back to the form of what I thought it was in the beginning. Recognizing the damn energy, guidance, naturally guide you. That's the intriguing part. And it displays within yourself. That's the intriguing part. Honestly. It's anytime I think about this energy, always go into what was guiding him. Talking to the goddamn burning bush. Things like that. What was guiding him? Because that's the same form of that guidance aspect. What was guiding him? That's the important part, because that's the aspect that displays within us. Which maybe I have to go back to once again. Who do you pray to? Which that gets tricky for me, even when I'm saying now, just because it comes off in the form of two gods. That's the intriguing part. As into recognizing what's guiding you and recognizing that you are translating that energy, or you're a servant, like what I learned in the science of self-recognition. It's a book I bought from some monks, which I thought was great because, I operate with them too. I got the back of my head shaved. That's my navigator aspect. probably a natural concept that I naturally am. Um, but that's what I'm naturally in that energy, or I'm naturally in Buddha form, which is almost one and the same, but those are my normal behaviors that normally have me not have to do too much movement. A lot of my energy comes from me being still. That aspect of be still and know that I am God. I normally work within that energy. It's just, what was I saying? What the heck I'm saying? Oh my Jesus, I'm almost pushing 2 hours. Jesus, I'm on an hour 25. That's intense. Even though this energy is intense energy, it's just, what was I just saying? Oh, those two perspectives, which that's the highlight energy. It's two perspectives. It's Gemini energy. It's that guidance that I'm talking about. The one that was guiding Jesus, or even a different type of an aspect when it comes to, what's her name? Harriet Tubman. She had that same type of guidance where something guides her from a distance, airwavely. In the whole aspect, you have to trust it. And I feel like the same energy. And for the other aspect of, I'm used to using an example as a burning bush, you know. But there's other aspects that will just hear airwavely. And I doubt if, there was a sound coming from the sky. It's just in a movie concept or in a book reading. You will hear it naturally within yourself. It's within yourself. You're hearing yourself telling you to do these things, if that makes sense. Or you just seeing signs. But what I'm getting at is learning to identify, to recognize your guidance in what's just yourself, if that makes sense. Some people take credit for their guidance and they make it come off like there's two gods, like you're the God. But it's like, no, I want to say the God is actually translating through you, but you're not telling them that, which would be the universe. That's the intriguing part. And that's where a lot of people probably don't understand that concept of you can't praise two gods. It's just the eternal guidance operates, but a lot of people are unaware of that, or they don't let people know that. Which I do that within myself. I'm learning to do that within myself. Even having people identify me as Brittany, nothing else. And I'm even letting people know when I'm doing things, and this ain't me. Spirit got the will to the fullest. To the fullest. I don't even know why I did this. It makes sense, but I don't know why I did this. But you are my puzzle piece to let me know that I was on goddamn track. That's spirit all day. That's the intriguing part. And that's the part that needs to be recognized. In so many areas, definitely when it comes to that energy of not serving two gods. It's two gods because a lot of people don't believe in the eternal side because this flesh be trying to take all the goddamn credit. And they get looked at as goddamn gods. But even for me, that Jesus concept, everything he did, is still credit to whatever was guiding him. That's why it's a bigger picture. There was something guiding him. And most people, it's something else guiding them. We have come to that realization as to we're all being guided by the eternal side, airwavely. That concept of eternal life, our ancestors, ascended masters. That's the intriguing part. But is there anything else? Let's go to wordless prayer. I said I was going to finish off with this for the moment. It's just refuge, shield, hope, and peace. Psalms 119.1. There's a lot of numbers on here. Hope I'm saying it right. Psalms 119.11.4. Refuge, shield, hope, and peace. You are my refuge, my shield. Your word is my source of hope. Those who love your instructions have great peace and do not stumble. Psalms 119.11:4. I wonder if I said that right, these numbers. Because it's 114. Should I be saying 114? Psalms 119.114? I hope I'm saying that right. But it goes with refuge, shield, and hope. I feel like this is what this has been. Refuge, shield, and hope. I'm going to read it again. You are my refuge and my shield. Your word is my source of hope. Those who love your instructions have great peace and do not stumble. So beautiful. I feel like that's clarity even for me. You don't need to know what you're not going to stumble. You've been faithful and listening to instructions. You have seen all the signs. Just trust. But all of a sudden you question it. I feel like that's that energy for myself. Is reading it and thinking for myself, why are you questioning now? Did you not trust me? Why are you getting paranoid? Maybe I have to question myself, why am I getting paranoid? Because people like to try to trick me. But it's like, why do you feel like they're going to try to trick you? Because that's what people like to do. But it's like, it's not like I'm not entrusting my guidance. I always will trust my guidance. That's why I even sometimes feel like I'm not, I don't know if I'm coming or going. I'm always being navigated the right way, but it's like one side tugging me as though I should be doing more or I should be doing this. The other side of me is like, I want to do this and this on my own. You know, when it comes to I'll give you what you want, not what you need. My needs seem the aspect of I want to be doing this. I want to do more. Like I want to work and I want to make friends and things of that nature. But I have to come back to the middle and just go. It's not about what other people want or what I should be doing. That's the intriguing part. The instructions have me just go. Or be still and know that I am God. And that's the intriguing part. It's trust. Even when I came out of my book too. What was it? It was the intro, the introduction part as into a dedication. And it was saying sometime we see our masters. I want to make sure I read it right. I want to give like a. This is what I believe it said. No, this is what it says because it's important. But actually, this one always reflects my life very well. But it makes sense. It's the science of self-recognition. But this reminds me of it too. Sometimes we associate with the spiritual master through his physical presence, and sometimes not. But we can always associate with him through his instructions. And then that's the same thing I said. It's instructions. It's natural guidance. Like, did you listen? Do you trust? Do you know how to part? Do you know how to pay attention to signs? It's almost be like being able to read a map, metaphorically. That's the intriguing part. That made me happy, honestly. That was a lot of clarity. That was like a cherry on top. I want to say either you get it or you don't, but for me, it was like that's the cherry on the top. Refuge, shield, and hope. You are my refuge and my shield. Your word is my source of hope. Those who love your instructions have great peace and do not stumble. I love that so much. So, remember, be kind. You are a reflection.